Hi, welcome back to our channel. I'm Kina.
And I'm William.
And we're the Nerdyweds. That was not planned. We're doing it all the time now when it's not planned.
I know.
Well,
we said we were going to stop doing that.
Well, that's why we're doing it now, because we said we were going to stop. But, we're in sync after all this time. Especially not after our latest challenge that we decided to do.
Yeah.
10 games by 10 plays.
Yes. That's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games. So that's where we have 10 different games, and we're trying to play them all each 10 times by October 1st or October 31st.
Yeah.
Some craziness that we decided, and we're actually doing pretty good. And that's what we're doing today, giving you an update on it. So we're 40% done because we've played 40 of the 100 plays.
Yeah. We played all 10 of our pandemic plays.
Yeah,
so unfortunately, that's off the list.
In the first, week?
Yeah, we blew right through the
We went
pandemic.
from not playing Pandemic ever after owning it for over 2 years, over 2 years.
3 years.
Yeah, and we had never played it. And the first time we played it was during this challenge, and we were like, why would we never play this game? This game is fun. So...
Yeah, we dropped the ball on that one. Sorry, guys.
So not only did we play them all, but you got us another one, like a little mini version or something.
Oh yeah, Pandemic. What's the name of it?
I
can't remember
think
the name
it's
of
even in here.
Pandemic Hot Zone.
Hot Zone.
It's the North America only map. It's a smaller map that plays tighter and adds the element of crises to the game. Instead of just epidemics, you have crises that happen. And those can really throw a wrench into the operations. Especially the first time we played it, we lost. Because we included all of them in it. We didn't realize you were supposed to meter them out. And add a little variety to the game with a little bit of randomness. We played on hard mode, and it kicked our butt. So that was a fun little game.
Okay, so what else stood out to you?
What else stood out? You've kicked my butt twice now in Star Wars Outer Rim.
Yeah, but we've only played it 2 times, and it takes him sometimes, some games, it might take him a minute to warm up, and then once he warms up, it's like, okay, he's going to win them all.
Yeah.
And he wanted to write down who has been winning the games, and that can be a little bit discouraging when you lose 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And to lose 3 in a row at games that take at least 45 minutes to play, it's not not very encouraging.
Yeah, I understand that because when I lose the next game of Outer Rim, I'll be experiencing that too. But one thing I didn't take into consideration with the games that I added to the list was the length of play on a few of these games, like 878 Vikings. That's 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Outer Rim, that's at least 2 hours.
Yeah, and even Concordia,
unless you're blasting straight through it and not paying any attention to any of the details, you're just, I'm doing this. Okay, it's your turn. Concordia can take a while too. So there's a lot of games on the list. Scythe, which is right here in front of us. You can't see it on screen, but it's on the table in front of us. We're at, how many Scythe games have we played? 4. We're at 4. We're almost halfway through the Scythe.
And you won 3 of the 4.
I won 3 of the 4.
So
yes.
anyone wanting to know the stats, he has won 16 and I've won 14, so he's in the lead by 2. And I know if y'all are math nerds out there, you're all probably like, wait a minute, that math doesn't add up because they said they've done 40%. I'm not including Pandemic because that's a co-op game. So we played 10 of those, and that's not in the equation. We won half, and the game won half. So that's half and half with Pandemic.
We had a good streak, but the last 2 games of Pandemic kicked our butts. We lost big time on the last couple games. So it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, but it's been fun because it has been a really good motivator for getting us to play our games and to play, if not every day, almost every day. And for the most part, it's been fun until you win, lose 3 in a row. Other than that, it's been fun.
And if anybody's wondering, we do have all 10 of these games set up around the house. We got 4 on our dining room table, 1 on a card table in the living room, 3 on our kitchen counter, including Outer Rim, Everdell, and Escape from Atlantis.
If you
and
go,
then Scythe in
if
here.
you go to our Instagram, we do have pictures of all of the games set up there.
Yeah, like us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram as well. That is our update. Anything else you want to add to?
No, there's nothing else that I want to add.
So 1 month into it, we're already 40% done, but we've got a couple of games on this list that are big, time-consuming games that you just can't sit down and play 2 or 3 times in a night.
Yeah, we're probably going to try to do an update each month, and I still think that we'll probably finish it before October, even though they're big games. But I think the really big thing that has made that more likely is setting the games up all over the house. So I thought it was crazy at first, but I like doing crazy things, so I was like, I'm just gonna set it up and set the stage for us to be able to complete this challenge. And I wish I would have had the camera ready when you came in from
I was getting
work,
ready to say that.
because you came in, the look on your face, it was hilarious. But I didn't even think about it. It was both a look of happiness and what the
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot over. No, it was great. I like she said, I walked in from work and I'm opening the door and she had viticulture set up on the. You were setting up viticulture at the time.
Yeah.
But you'd already set up,
dining
room table with Pandemic,
and
878 Vikings, and
Scythe
Concordia.
had already been set up in here because we had played it. So I think you had already had it set up in here.
But it has been a lot easier to do this challenge where we can just get done with the game, reset it for the next time we want to play it, get up and go play another game, not have to set anything up, not have to pack it up, not have to take it out of the box and figure out what parts go where, or vice versa. I think Scythe is going to be challenging to put back in the box because remember, okay, how does this jigsaw puzzle or Tetris go back together with the inserts?
Yeah. Good luck with that. That's all you. You can figure it out. Because if I had to do it, it would never happen.
The box, the lid would be stuck like cockeyed in the shelf, and like that all used to fit in the box. What happened?
What happened? But I think we should end it with that. The thing we've learned this first month, is that yes, we should always have something set up at least in here on the game room table, because that is the biggest motivator, the biggest incentive to get us to sit down and play. Yeah. And so when this is all over with, it's just each week we have a game set up. And
there needs to be a game living on the table. Yeah.
And so that's our last question that we'll pose to you guys. What game would you leave set up on your table? If you can only choose one, maybe 2. Which one or 2 would you leave set up on your table? So that's all I've got. I'm done.
All right. Well, I'm William.
I'm done.
We are the Nerdyweds.
Stay nerdy.